Alright, let's do it. One last video. This will be the conclusion to the Vegas Fear Cryptic message series. This one I'm recording like a standalone video now. I'm not streaming. This is just like going over the information and kind of doing like a recap and like a summary conclusion to, you know, what we found and what we looked at through, you know, the multiple days, multiple hours of looking at this thing. And I think there is some value to it. For one, not just taking stuff at face value, but kind of thinking about stuff objectively and realizing that everything really does happen for a reason, because even if you're not aware of it, there's probably someone somewhere doing something for some reason that could have like butterfly or domino effects later down the line, and you have no idea about the start of the chain. You just know you're in there somewhere, and now shit's falling and it's going crazy. You know what I mean? So, I need to actually, before I drop the camera, I will say thank you if you watched the videos, if you checked out the channel, whatever it is. I really appreciate it. If you could drop a like and subscribe, it would mean the world, because it helps out the channel a lot, helps me out a lot, because I'm not working right now. I'm really trying to make social media work, whether it's my music, my art, Instagram, YouTube, streaming, whatever it is. I'm really trying to put my heart, my soul into this. And this content that I'm making is stuff that I'm passionate about in a way that, like, I want to talk about this and hopefully build a community of people who want to talk about this, similar to Joe Rogan, Danny Jones, like whoever it is. So many amazing podcasters or people, personalities out there that, you know, I would like to be part of it, but in a way give back useful information instead of just like, you know, entertainment or fluff content, whatever it is, like actually trying to give back to the world instead of taking. And I will try to, actually I will show you what I wrote, because I wrote a bit here. I'll show you in the notes quick. I wrote this one as kind of like summarizing thoughts on what it is, and I'll go through and read it all. But first I want to go over what we found, right? So I know I kind of did this in the other videos. This one is probably not going to be as long, but again, I'm going to scroll through these and you can take a look. These are the words. We first did them in chronological order. If any overlap, I grouped the words in chronological order first, and then we went through, grouped the colors, analyzed those, and then I kind of took all the information at the end and compiled that piece that I wrote there. So let's go through it quick. You got a few different colors, a few colors that repeated, so it made me think that there was some sort of code or message within the message, right? And I'm just kind of gonna go through and let you pause, and you can look at the words and maybe come to your own conclusions on stuff. I'll move the the Excel sheet over, and we can look at kind of the groupings that I made and what I thought initially. This part's pretty straightforward, I would think, other than the colored words, and you get other meanings from them. And you can see at the top I was trying to give other definitions or synonyms for the words, like lager, that's like a beer, right? The Chanty or the Shantai, whatever, it was like a wine. So, you know, I feel like there's words that they could have used synonyms, or maybe not the specific word that they were wanting to use. Like one of them, there was an aloe in there, right? Or like this could be jock, zero, you know, boom, bop. They were more, it's almost like a comic book, kind of like 90s style stuff. So I think whoever made it was a bit older, you know, somewhat on the inside of things, or part of some sort of club, you know what I mean? Some sort of information. They at least know something about what's going on, or they wouldn't have made the video, right? They wouldn't have made the thing to show on the Sphere in Las Vegas, and then somebody to have a video of it recording, right? So you can see in the D column here, I grouped them chronologically, and then you can see some of the, like, what I kind of was thinking they could mean in chronological order, right? Decor, fan, Woolworths, yeah, pretty crazy stuff. And when you just kind of list off the words, it does seem a little bit strange or like unhinged maybe, but I think there's some good stuff in here, you know what I mean? I think there is some pretty good information. But now we'll move over here. You can see at the top I broke it down, words in order by color. So you can see the bright blue or neon blue. And then there were a few where it was like blue-green. So I feel like they could work for either, because there were only like 2 or 3 of each of the like mixed colors, you know what I mean? So, here. Alright, and I kind of did a few of the, you know, fact. Sorry if there's any spelling mistakes or whatever. I did kind of go through this pretty quickly, and then some nights I was getting pretty tired as well. So, you know, up here could be referring to religion or trying to get people to convert to either sadism or an alternate antichrist religion, but, you know, who cares, because you are God. Younger generation so consumed by social media that it's made an addicting program. What do you think? Right, so these are more just like general ones. Like, I thought, because orange and then like trending taxi, baby, like, you know what I mean? Maybe porn, fake taxi stuff. Who knows? Could be a stretch, right? Green, there was cult of V. Group with the symbol of a V, right? The creative vision seemed crazy, came from space. And then maybe aliens crashed on Earth and were burnt, right? Like like Roswell, New Mexico, Area 51, Men in Black situation, BO2 or Terminator type scenario. Actually, it should be like Men in Black, because BO2 was like Cold War with China. Terminator was like robots taking over in 2029, which is not that far. Obviously, I don't think it's going to be like, oh, here it is and now we're done, but, you know, it's going to be coming pretty quick at this point. Trying to encourage people to have more babies, either for workforce or because there may be a world-ending disaster or situation that arises where lots of people pass away around the same time, lose genetic variation from lack of people or like lack of bloodlines, right? Bloodlines. Saying face the secret, face the truth, but it's one of the people... face the truth, but it's one that people don't want in the public eye, kind of thing. Like, yeah, this is the reality of stuff, but they might not want people seeing it necessarily, right? And then the white was what it started with. So I feel like these could be broken down smaller sections, right? And like treat people with respect, or the system and society will fall apart. You can kill and squabble, but fix the problem quickly through sharing and laughter, right? Or animal, carnivore diet, or like meat, vegetables, and some fruits, you know, but we didn't really have fruits and vegetables back then, you know what I mean? So could be saying people eat whatever is put in front of them, right? Whatever's put in front of them, but sugar and processed foods will lead to your death. What we've been told at work is lies, and it's slavery, it's hard to move up in the world, that kind of stuff, right? And again, there's a lot of white, so you can take your time to pause and kind of make your own decisions about stuff, right? Think for yourself. and then I just did all the like the white words without, or no, all the words color coded or grouped by color, I should say, with no additional shit. Right, so pink, yellow, orange, green, red. Actually, here, stop on it so you can see. Red, and then white gets pretty long, so I'll stop there. Woolworths is at the bottom, so like here, and then we keep going. Should be, oh fuck, there's a lot of them. Yeah, there we go, that's the bottom. Okay, so now we can get into what I wrote, and it's not too crazy long. Like, it looks like a lot, but it's not. So I'll go through and I'll read this, and then yeah, that'll probably be it for this like series of videos, you know. But again, if you appreciate the time and the effort I put into doing all of this research, making the spreadsheet, typing everything out, like grouping all the words and all that, please leave a like, share, follow, support, do whatever you can. I'm not asking for money, I'm just asking for a little bit of help here, you know what I mean? So the biggest sphere message, my interpretation, I think this message was written by someone that can see the whole picture, either on the inside, so to speak, or part of one or multiple of these exclusive clubs. I think this message was planned based on the fact that it was a fade to black transition from the yellow emoji face to the subsequent text, right? And was meant to be seen, ironically, as the message says, could have been, like, people could have been distracted or ignored it, and it also didn't get too much traction on socials, which is kind of unfortunate for whoever made it, because I'm sure they put time into it, and I'm spending time trying to analyze, decode it, so we'll see if anything does come of it, you know? But the actual message part of it, right? I think the start of the message is talking about our school system and how history is written by the victors. Thus, how can we have a truly accurate picture of the past, let alone information to base current opinions and decisions on? Everything has an end, and society is no different, so eventually it's either going to have to change and evolve, or it's not going to exist. It's not going to exist, or not in the same way anymore, you know what I mean? So it seems like people are in chaos internally with themselves and manipulated externally on so many different levels. The ones in power are never the ones truly most fit to lead. They get there either by their bloodline, politics, and manipulation of circumstances, such as dealings behind closed doors, manipulation of both personal and on a mass public scale, blackmail, treason, etc., by any means necessary. So the ones in power get the people to fight with each other instead of, you know, the ones enslaving them to their jobs, money in general. Very few see it, but when you do, it can't be reversed. Like, you just see it and it's like, oh shit, there it is. Of course, they can never talk about the clubs unless they're told to do so specifically, or like the people in power can't like shed light on it, or they'd probably get punished in some way. Everything in the world is either a means to make money or launder it. Money money inherently creates like interest and debt. Money cannot be created for less than it's worth. Like, it takes money to make money, and the rich get richer as the poor get poorer. This can be seen through sports betting, gambling, and casinos. From every corner store, mom and pop shop, to every war, it's all about like money, profits, and trying to survive, basically. But it's funny that the states claim they're trying to survive when they go and kill a bunch of other people. Whatever. So, we should be focused on trying to fix things. Yeah, we should be focused on trying to fix things and build instead of constantly warring and destroying the planet we have. It's all we have, truly. People are too controlled by their own thoughts and fears, ideologies, morals, and dogmas, but can't see it or just don't want to. It's painful to watch, you know, when you do see it and you're seeing other people struggling, it's hard to watch. If we keep on the current path, we will have no future. We need to focus on healthy relationships with our friends, family, community, and planet. Even just a simple "hello, you look great" goes a long way, right? We need to break away from the programming and relearn how to think for ourselves, solve problems for ourselves, become self-sufficient again. Self-sufficient, self-sustaining, like we used to be, like we need to be, right? And we're all guilty of pointing fingers, but how many are pointing back at yourself when you do? How quickly are we to blame others, but so slow to look inward and question ourselves? Realizations like these can be sharp and painful, but only to the mind. The mind may dream of all the places it wishes to be, but the legs may only the legs may only move one step at a time. Right? So let me say that again. There should be a space here. The mind may dream of all the places it wishes to be, but the legs may only move one step at a time. Our thoughts are limitless, held back only by the physical. We are truly only in a cage of space and time. The rest is fictional. That's a bar right there. God damn. Don't be afraid to miss out on life, but live a life where you're thankful for everywhere you've been, all that you get to experience. All that you get to see and experience. That's truly all there is to life. We shan't let childish concepts like money or status be the limiting factors on this planet. We must be loyal and honest with ourselves we must be loyal and honest with ourselves if we wish to be that with others, right? We must cherish time alone with ourselves before we can ever truly appreciate a room full of strangers or friends and family. The only substance you need is love and affection. The only value you need are skills and knowledge. The only God you need is you, and the only religion, connection. Right? Because once you realize that you are God and so is everybody else, and we're all made of the same stuff, all that, you realize, like, oh yeah, everybody's God, but that's all it is, because, you know, God is existence in a way. It's everything and nothing. It is the start and the end, cycles, infinity, all that. So cherish your body. It is a temple, like a pyramid in Egypt or the planet in the galaxy, with forces at play that we have no idea about or may never know. Have gratitude for what you can change and acceptance for what you can't. So that that is more or less what I got from the message, right? From I would say a pretty philosophical view, from an anthropological view, right? And I hope that, you know, whoever's watching this right now, whoever sees this, get some sort of value from my interpretation of the message, even if you didn't get value from the actual message itself or made you feel some sort of way. Break it down, realize what it's trying to say. Is it really that cryptic and scary, or is it just telling us stuff like on a basic level? This should be like pretty obvious, I would like to think, but then again, everybody thinks differently. Everybody has had different experiences in their lives that gets them to this point, like, you know, and nobody has, well, you know, there are some people who do questionable things and the consequences are not good, but then, I don't know, I think there are no bad takes, just like uneducated ones. And then if you get to a point where you are educated and you're still trying to manipulate shit, okay, well then you're just a dickhead, you know, you're a fucking scumbag. But that's like Bill Gates and all these fucking, like, literally sociopaths disguised as entrepreneurs and philanthropists, you know? And that is why I say, fuck the government and the 1% that's funding them, because the government is supposed to be made of normal people, by the people, for the people. It's funded by our money. Well, now if it's getting lobbied and funded by the 1%. There's a lot more money with them than we have, but guess where they got it from? They got it from us still, right? We had to put the work in to make the money, to pay the money for them to have it and hoard it and, you know, invest it and have it grow for them while we just get screwed out of it, you know? So there's more to life than just money and materialistic bullshit and status and all that. Just, I'm trying to say, cherish relationships with yourself so that you can with others. Take time to enjoy life for yourself so that you can with others. You know, take some time to really think about yourself and what you need and how you feel. Make sure you're good. Make sure your glass is topped up before you start like pouring water in other people's glasses. You know what I mean? Trying to help them out, help them feel full and fulfilled. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think I'll leave that here. Good 20-minute vid to cap the series of long stream VODs. And I guess realistically, if you just wanted to skip through to this one, that works too. But then where's the fun in that? And you don't get to come along on the journey of watching through the VODs with me and finding out the other bits of information along the way. You know, I thought it was pretty fun and interesting. So again, I know I've been begging enough already, but if you could like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, it means a lot. It would really help out. And let's build this connection, grow shit. It doesn't even cost you money. It just takes you 2 seconds to hit a little button, and there you go. It helps me out for you barely having to do anything, and it means the world to me. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you. I love you. Stay safe. Good luck. Ease.